Well, welcome everyone. My name is Bob Ross, and I have a pleasure, one, of course, to welcome all of you here to this special event, Exercise is Medicine Symposium. The other pleasure, of course, that I have is to sequentially throughout this afternoon introduce five internationally recognized colleagues, each of whom will share with you their insights on obviously topics that are related to exercise science and medicine. What a thrill it is to see as many as 450 people come here. When we decided to do this, geez, it seems only about 6 weeks ago, we didn't think for a minute that we could actually fill this venue. I asked the five colleagues that were coming to town to share their expertise on other matters with us if they would agree to speak if we organized a symposium. Of course, all five of them, as they are, accepted within minutes of my email to them. And lo and behold, I think it's a great credit to them, quite frankly, that we see so many of you here today. So welcome. Welcome to Kingston, if by chance this is your first time. Welcome to Queen's University. We're happy to have you and trust that you will enjoy the next few hours and go away with some information that's going to be helpful to you. I have some very brief remarks to make. The first one pertains to the name of the symposium. I take absolutely no credit for coining the phrase exercise is medicine. Our exercise science neighbors to the south, the American College of Sports Medicine, have a very large campaign right now, an outstanding campaign. I provide you here the first piece of information. I think that any of you here in the business would do well to seek this website. It is really an outstanding source of information that any allied health practitioner could use. So I wanted to certainly pay due credit to the American College of Sports Medicine and their initiative, and we're proud just to be a very small part of that. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the people that have helped sponsor this event. Their logos are here for you to see. As you know, this is always helpful for us. We recognize each and every one. We ask you to support them and to look at the information that they have in the bags that they've provided for you. We obviously think that it will be helpful for each and every one of you. So from the organizing committee to all of these sponsors, we are truly grateful for your assistance. There's a common phrase that says some people, you know, everybody works hard. I believe that everybody works hard, but some work harder. And the five people that I show to you here certainly are no exception. The organizing committee is entirely responsible. And in particular, I want to point out the work of Melinda Van Zanten and Alison Bradshaw, who have done just outstanding work over the last 5 weeks or so to make this happen. But Beth Collins, Sue Saunier, and April McCann have also, from their respective societies, helped CORE in bringing this to you. Each one of them helped get the word out to you in their own special way, and we are all grateful to them. I think Joe here was quite aware that the room would be filled full of eligible females or something. I'm not exactly sure. You'll have to speak to Joe. There's a point being made here, but I'm not quite sure what it is. You'll speak to him after and see. We have a full agenda over the next couple of hours, but there's a couple of housekeeping points that I want to make to you right now, and no doubt I'll forget them. A couple of points. One, and I've highlighted it in red here, certainly our juice break. It is going to be quite something to marshal 450 souls out of here and back into here in this amount of time. We'll do our best to do that. We'll ask you to be as vigilant at the time as you possibly can. For those who don't already know, there's a couple of sets of washrooms as you go outside the door, because at the break, that might be your primary destination. Right outside to the left, there's a couple of sets, and then on the other side of the atrium, just to the left of Tim Hortons, you will see another set of washrooms there for those of you that need them. So we'll do the best that we can to keep to time and start, and we'll ask for your help in that regard. The second point is that I've asked each of the speakers to speak for the half an hour provided. There will be no questions after each of the individual speakers. As you see, we have at least 30 minutes provided to the panel discussion afterwards. For those of you that have a hard time trying to remember the question you had for Dr. Church, who's about to speak 3 hours from now, inside your bag you have little index cards and you have a pen. You can write that question on those cards. In the middle of the third talk, you'll see a couple of people going up and down the aisle, and you can just pass your card down the row to these people. You can also find them or give your card to me at the break. We'll also have someone doing that in the middle of the fourth session today. I will be taking those and trying to draw themes from them. So if I see 10 or so the same, I will start with the first few questions during the panel discussion. And then, of course, you see the mics there, and we open that up for you. I'll also say, because we had to turn away so many people from this event today, and for other reasons, we've decided to film the talks today. We hope that goes well. It's a first for us. If it goes well, you'll be able to see those posted on the website that I will give to you in a minute. The final couple of observations is, please observe the recycle bins that you have outside. If you're throwing anything away, this atrium is going to be reconfigured right at the end of our symposium for an event that they're having this morning. They've asked for our indulgence there. And finally, as all of you know who attend these, evaluation forms are very important. You'll find those in your bag, and you should find places to deposit those evaluation forms at the end of the session today. So hopefully I haven't forgotten any of the important points that I had to raise. Most of you are aware of the CORE website. If you have feedback that you haven't had a chance to provide, you have a chance on our website to do exactly that. And of course, we would encourage you to do so. Okay. Okay. As I said, it's indeed a privilege for me on 5 occasions today to introduce to you not only internationally recognized colleagues of outstanding character and academic accomplishment, but they are also to me 5 friends. And I think I have as much pride in that observation as I do the fact that I know them as scientific colleagues. And the first individual, Dr. Church, who comes to us from Baton Rouge, is just the first of these 5 individuals. I met Dr. Church several years ago in Dallas. I've had the great fortune to collaborate with Dr. Church and his many colleagues, first when he was in Dallas and now at the Pennington Research Institute in Baton Rouge. I was watching some event the other day on TV, and the person introducing the speaker said, well, I will not say too many words, because if you didn't know these people, you wouldn't be here. So I will be brief and ask you please to, with me, welcome to the podium our first speaker, Dr. Tim Church.